Why the pandemic is going to change the way that real estate is being done forever. And let me tell you, I have been selling real estate for 21 years and I've sold over 2,300 homes, and it is never going to be the same again. There's so many things that are happening right now, not just with the pandemic, but with the whole industry in general. Things are changing. For example, people aren't going to open houses anymore. The fact to be told, they didn't really work anyways. The open houses are for the realtor. They're not really for the seller. Buyers know more about the house than their actual own agent helping them find the house, because when you're looking for a house, you're so excited. So open houses are not going to be done. If they are, they should be done. You can do a virtual online open house, okay? Also, what else is different about the pandemic? Broker's tour. Same thing though, broker's tour was really only good for the agents. That's when you're calling your friend saying, could you show up to my house? I have broker's tour. I want to make sure there's a lot of cards there so the seller thinks I did my job. And I've always told sellers, they don't work, just like open houses don't, right? There's definitely much more innovative ways to sell real estate. And that's how I've been practicing real estate for many, many years. Very, very online, very, very digital. People just aren't going into the office anymore, right? I mean, I just heard that Google just gave the green light for their employees to all start working from home, so they don't have to travel. That's like the same thing in real estate. Nobody wants to go into the office. That's why things like EXP, they have the online world. They've actually had that even before the pandemic, but now it's so much more accepted because people can just go right there into the world online, and they can talk to accounting, and they can talk to their broker, and they can have meetings, and they can go to trainings and just do all these things online. In fact, even more so than you can actually do in a real office. The pandemic is forcing agents to get on their A game. It's forcing agents to start utilizing digital marketing, social media, and video, which, for the record, we've been using it for years and years and years. In fact, I'm a master digital marketer, so I love to do, but most agents just have not learned or taught themselves how to market online, even though that is where, the National Association of Realtors, I believe the stat is 98% of buyers start their home search online. They go there first. Also, the National Association of Realtors shows that 67% of buyers will walk through a home that they see online. And now finally, people are actually learning or trying to figure out how to master the art of digital marketing and social media to get their homes more exposure. The pandemic is forcing the cream of the crop are just getting better. In fact, there was just a study that was done from the National Association of Realtors that showed that the average top 30% of agents are actually made more this past year, in 2020. The bottom tier actually made less, and they're anticipating in 2022 the average realtor will sell less than 2 transactions. So if you take all the homes that are being sold and the amount of realtors that are going into the market with the inventory that we have, the average agent is going to sell under 2 homes a year. Right now, also more than history, we have more realtors and also agents, right? There's over 1.5 million realtors, and there's also over 2 million agents that do not belong to the National Association of Realtors. All-time historical high levels of people getting into the real estate market. So the competition is getting even fiercer. But here's the deal. You should be so careful to never ever list with an agent that doesn't sell at least 25, 35 homes a year. I have sold over 100 homes a year every single year, and I will tell you, you learn something from every single transaction, right? I've made mistakes even after selling 500 homes, 600 homes. You learn things. Also, when you're selling a lot of real estate, you can predict what's happening in the market, or you can tell that things are kind of starting to shift, and you can educate your seller and your buyers about what's happening. So yeah, the pandemic has absolutely changed things. People are going to have to become more digital. Open houses, in my opinion, should have for a long time been a thing of the past. Broker's tour, same thing of the past. Good thing about the pandemic, it has forced sellers to kind of understand that, hey, there is a better, more efficient use of the time. Another thing that the pandemic has done, because people are afraid of people walking into their houses, right? And they're not sanitized and all these things. It's forced real estate agents to be much more cautious as to who's going in the homes, much more cautious as to what they're doing while they're in the homes, right? And I believe that should continue on, not just after the pandemic, but from now on. We need to really, really know who is going through our homes. Are they for sure absolutely really qualified? Have they gone through the entire, desktop underwritten approval process? Are they approved for that price range to be walking through that home? Make sure they take off their shoes, wear the booties, sanitize. All of that is going to hopefully be something that's much more expected and not just because of the pandemic. So I'm sure we could probably go on and on right now about all the different ways the pandemic has definitely changed real estate and how it is going to continue to affect real estate in the future. Another thing about the pandemic is that we would anticipate anticipated that because of the pandemic, the market was going to crash, right? They sold more homes in 2021 than any other year historically. All right, we sold more homes. Even though it doesn't seem like that because of the lack of inventory and the high amount of buyers. The reason why is that we are not building a lot of new homes and the population is growing and far surpassing the numbers, so we still have limited inventory. So you're seeing these fluxes of inventory entering the market. For example, a lot of elderly people did not want to list their homes, so they were holding off. But a lot of younger people were still entering the market because the interest rates were so low. So those kind of influxes are going to kind of affect what's going to happen, a year from now. Eventually, people that want to sell are going to have to sell if they've been holding off, right? Eventually, people that wanted to buy but maybe just didn't know about their job or whatever else, they're going to start buying. So hopefully, the real estate market is going to continue to kind of go up, if that makes sense. I believe it is. All the predictions are that it's going to go up. In fact, I think they predicted around 6% that we were going to increase in 2021, and we actually had a 26 or 23% increase. So the experts were quite off. They're anticipating that we are going to have, I believe, a 4 to 6% increase this year. Let's just hope it's a lot more just like that. They were wrong last year. So that's my skinny on the pandemic and how it's going to forever change the way that real estate is being done. Hope this is helpful to you, and I appreciate you watching. Be sure to subscribe if it was helpful to you and you want to hear more information. I'm Krista Mashore, and remember, when you do what you love, people love what you do, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.